to go back and listen again as to what Margaret's talking about. So yeah, Jenny, did you want to introduce yourself next?
Hi, I'm Jenny Glessman, and I work with the Sage Hill Community Futures Office. We hold the contract for the Indigenous Business Development Services, and we are so excited to bring this series of webinars to everybody for business, to help you with everything from marketing to reading your financial statements. There's a whole set of them. The next one is on September the 22nd, and it is all to do with just marketing. So that's a little bit about us. Now we'll go through and ask the participants if they have mics and can. I'm just going to go through, and maybe I'll start with Wendy. Can you introduce yourself? Okay, if Wendy isn't at this moment, maybe I'll try, is it Katie?
Yep, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, if you can tell us, give us your name and your business and where you're from.
Yep, so my name's Katie Vollmer, and I work for Prairie's Edge Development Corporation, located out of Humboldt. They are just what the name says, so just a development corporation. Right now we are specifically working on a property on Lake Diefenbaker, and essentially just looking at ways to get that, you know, our social media profile, generating more viewers and stuff like that. So we thought this might be a good place to start.
Great. Sure. Thank you for joining us. I'm just going to let a couple more people in. Yeah. And then it says Laner at Sastel, which I believe is Elaine. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself. The next one on the list is Tracy, who just joined us. If you want to tell us your name and your business.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Sorry, I'm Tracy, and didn't realize, what did you want me to say?
Oh, your name and your business and where you're from, just so everybody kind of knows, and it'll help Margaret as she's doing her presentation.
Okay. Today I'm with Clear Cut Landscaping, and I'm in Saskatoon.
Great, thanks for joining us. Mm-hmm. And then we have Sherilyn. Are you able, she's been having issues, but I think she's going to join us now.
I think so. I keep getting dropped, so I'm not sure if I get dropped off. I'll just keep trying to join back in.
Yeah, sounds great.
I'm Sherilyn Walters. I'm the consultant for the Indigenous Business Development Services, working with Sage Hill and Jessica in partnership. We provide mentoring, coaching, obviously workshops to Indigenous people throughout the province who are starting, growing, expanding their business. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
Beautiful.
There we go. So Margaret, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can introduce yourself and walk us through the fun of Instagram.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen right now.
And if anybody has questions as we're going, don't be scared to either put it in the chat, I'm watching the chat, or just unmute and ask away.
Mm-hmm. All right. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica and Jenny, for having me on here. I'm so excited to share how to promote your business on Instagram. Everyone can see my screen pretty well? Yeah? We good? Okay, cool. So I'm Margaret. I'm the founder of Pot Brand Co. We just redid our website. So we focus on graphic design, website design, and now 3D modeling and art. I have a couple designers under me, but I am representing my business today. And I'm excited to talk about and share how to promote on Instagram. So main question, why use Instagram for business? So it's been about a decade now that Instagram has been up, and I believe that Facebook has acquired them in 2012, but it's just come a long way from just a simple photo sharing app to now like a leading in marketing. That's marketing, e-commerce, ads, promotion, and a branch of it is community connection. And a lot of what my clients give me is inspiration from Instagram. It's just quick, you could share it, and ultimately it's free, so why wouldn't you use it? All right. So a couple of data that was researching. A lot of the people on Instagram, like users, are very much engaged. They're commonly shoppers, as am I, and you can make purchases after seeing it on Instagram. So a lot of people now have been using their Instagram business account to sell stuff, as you can see to the left here. This is By Humankind, and they sell a lot of soaps, a lot of toothbrushes, but they really make it seem engaging, and they try and build a story behind it. And I'm here to show you how to do that. Okay. So I've mentioned before, like, what is engaging content? How can my Instagram account be elevated to that story and telling? The thing that we have to kind of identify are your goals. So I'll break down 4 kind of goal-oriented things that a lot of people that I see want to focus on Instagram. And the main question is usually like, why am I using Instagram? Is it for me to share just like images privately through my family and share it with my friends? Or am I just using it to promote my business? Say, are you showcasing your products and services? Then you'd probably want that Instagram account to be public than private. I do have a separate account for my personal stuff to share with my family about life. And then with business, I have Pop Brand, and that's public. And the good thing about having like a public Instagram account is usually that people can find you, and you want to have like a community surrounded that. So another reason why people use Instagram is to build awareness about their brand and reach more ideal customers. They want to grow an engaging community and increase brand loyalty. So from these points, I'm just gonna go through some case studies and give you guys resources as to how to build on those topics. So say your goal is to showcase your products and services. This case study over here is called Meet Maeve. My partner and I just adopted our puppy. I've never had a pet, so it's been like quite a ride, and it's been worth it. So I've been like, I feel like Instagram just knows that I've been searching and adopting or wanting to adopt. So the ads kind of target me for animal food. And one that in particular really caught my eye is called Meet Maeve, and they're a wellness for dogs and for humans. So, and for their humans. They have a lot of like whole ingredients and vitamin rich food. You could do like a quiz with them so that it's very personal to your pup or pet. So this is their Instagram feed. A lot of it, what I think it works really well for them is that you could see clear product images. I'll just kind of zoom in here. They have this beef broth. You could see the product itself. And they have like a great mixture of graphic design and lifestyle images, as you can see here with the pet. So they're trying to tell that story as their brand is very clean cut, and they want, it's very warm and inviting, and that's what I'm getting from them. So yeah, they have like a great mixture of all those 3. And I want to show you guys how to like achieve something clean like this. Say you want to have a mixture of a clean product image, and a mixture of like lifestyle images. And by lifestyle images, I mean like images of dogs and humans interacting with the product itself. So we're just going to focus on like the graphic design part of things. And all the stuff that I'm going to be showing you is free, and they're both on your mobile phone, on Android and Apple. So first app I'm going to be talking about is the background eraser app. So we're going to do this. I'm going to change and make that purple thing transparent. Say this is like your product and you want to clean that up. There's a lot of apps that do this, and I think this is a great one to use if you just have like, say you have a product or something you want to showcase, but you just kind of want to have like a clean background. I'd suggest having like any white or solid color and then putting your product in front of it. And then you could instantly, since you took it with your phone, upload it to this app and then quickly export it and you're good. So from there, say you want to promote it on Instagram. Here is an example of how you can change up the background. There's definitely a lot of templates, and we could go over this after me talking about this example, because there's just a lot we can talk about with Instagram stories and sharing those images. So here you can get really nitty gritty if you have like a color scheme or your business has a color scheme, to put in a specific color number, which is called a hex code. And here you can see that's the background, and there's different layers you could work with. And yeah, we have that transparent product itself, and then you can see me like toggling around, just getting it center. But you could also add in text and any CTAs that you'd want to have for promotion. The next app is called Later, and I use this tool a lot when I'm scheduling posts. Say you've bulk edited a good amount of your photos and what you want to share. And this is a powerful tool. It's also free. And I highly suggest you connecting it with Facebook, because then it'll just auto publish what you saved up for posting. So you can see here that you could schedule these individual posts on whatever day works best for you. And I'll go through how to know what day works best to share with your audience. So here, goal number B, or letter B, build your brand awareness and reach more of your ideal customers. So with any business Instagram account, you can get your insights for free, like who is looking at your content. It's crazy, like the amount of breakdown you could see. Like you could see the top location, the age range, the gender profiles, and like the most active times on certain days. I'll go through this again. You'll this because it's going a little fast right now, but yeah, looking at your analytics will definitely help you with scheduling when to post your Instagram. And from there, you could see who's most active online. So that way Instagram knows to post your work, and then people would see it that way as well. Another great resource is, this is totally free, it's called People Map, and they are an Instagram marketing tool, and they encourage like growing authentically. There's a lot of people who buy robots to follow the account, and that really does nothing for you. So I highly suggest you being just social on Instagram. This article tells you to kind of schedule an hour a day to be on Instagram and engage, but I'll show you kind of how I did it. And honestly, I've been getting a lot of clients through Instagram, a lot of clients that are ideal for me and get the kind of style and vibe that I'm going for. So yeah, so I kind of like broke down what my goal was with my business account. And I highly suggest for you guys to do that too. Look at your business profile and see what your Instagram is kind of leaning towards. And I'll break mine down in this following board. So what Pop Brand does, we do a lot of 3D modeling, graphic design, and product design. So we want to showcase that work on our public Instagram. Currently, I'm going towards like something more bright, bold, and neon. Before it was very like pastel-y. I like sharing free resources, so there's a hint of education as well. You could see I talk about my process with 3D modeling, and I find that that generates a lot of similar clients who are really interested in what else I do, just because I started off graphic design and designing email templates, and I have a background in 3D, so I kind of made that shift through Instagram and just sharing my process and my work. I think that's definitely beneficial if say you want to evolve and showcase new services for your business. So knowing all this, kind of getting like the key words to what your business is, I wanted to find a community and a network that encouraged that really loved graphic design, that showcases and has 3D artwork and playful fonts. And I was lucky enough to find a creative group called I Love Creatives, respectfully named. And you could join their community, and it's not just like graphic designers, there's digital marketers, there's accountants on there. And if you just like identify as a creative, I think everyone could be creative. Personally, it's just, yeah, like I gravitated towards their account just because we have similar aesthetic styles. Like they're not afraid to be quirky, funny, showcase some gifts, and they had some really cool editing courses for graphic design and Squarespace design. And I took their Squarespace course and found that I branched out into a new community with that. And that really elevated my website design services. And this is kind of going to become like a rabbit hole, you'll see, of how to grow that community. So what I did with I Love Creatives, knowing that I really like their aesthetic and style, I looked at their followers and stumbled across a really fun account. It's a cat account called Muddy the Cat. Funny enough, the creator of I Love Creatives, this is her cat. And you could see that this is like, a lot of it is product lifestyle shots of this cat surrounded with like really cute set design. She's actually been working with like NASA. And I know it sounds weird and funny, but it's, you never know like what kind of partnerships you can get when you just collaborate and have fun with what you're sharing. I think that's what social media should be about, like expressing your creativity and finding similar communities that vibe with that. So from there, I really love these photos. Sometimes I use them as inspiration for client work. And I stumbled across a company that does really cool glassware called Laundry Day. And decided, see, you could see Madib right there, and decided to kind of give her a compliment, like saying like, hey, I really like your work, just through her direct messages on Instagram, and like, oh, can we collab or do something together? And lucky enough, she was willing to. So don't be afraid to ask, like, and communicate with people behind these accounts, just because it is social. People want to be seen and want to be heard, and the businesses want to hear what people have to say. So yeah, I did like an Instagram takeover on her account, which is essentially me going on her Instagram stories and talking about sharing my resources and my knowledge, similar to what I'm doing right now. And with that, it led to more like services with her, doing email designs and website designs now. And currently we're collaborating and working on some candles together. And she's like my first client for 3D modeling and actually getting a product out. Like I wouldn't have thought going from graphic design to 3D to product would get me there. But honestly, it's just the community and the people that you know and who you connect with. So I highly suggest just like finding and sharing your Instagram handles on this web platform, just because you never know who knows who and what would lead you next. So from laundry day, I did the thing again when I just clicked, oh, who follows you? And I really gravitated towards this shop called Chunk Shop, and they have really cute accessories and clips. And her name's Tiffany. She works out of Seattle. And they just have like really fun, quirky hair clips and sunglasses. And I messaged her, like, I just wanted to get a really good portfolio going. And sometimes people can't afford services, but you could do little small trade-offs that I find is a little better than doing something for free. And I don't encourage doing things for free, just because you're putting your time and energy into what you're creating and you want it to be a business. So that's kind of how I established a rapport with Chunks. I asked her like, hey, do you want to collaborate on a project? And she was just lucky enough, she said yes. And we created these GIFs that you can find on Instagram stories, Instagram stickers, so you could like look at GIFs and then post it. I could show you that after. But yeah, this led to another connection now when I posted about using her Giphy stickers. I think it's really important to look at who is commenting on your Instagram profile too, just because they can be a similar account as yours. And what I found looking through and commenting was this girl who runs a business called Moodlier, and I was just curious, so I clicked her profile. And yeah, I really loved her work, and they do a lot of prop set design. I'll go over more of them in a couple slides soon, but they do a lot of 3D woodwork with these sets you could see here. And with that, I think she reaches numerous amounts of businesses, from ice cream shops to flower shops to wine, just because her products are a little ambiguous, but they still have like a specific style to them, and a lot of people can gravitate towards that. So yeah, she decided to message me and compliment me. Compliments go a long way. Trust me, just compliment someone. You never know what conversation arises. But now we're going to have a meeting, and hopefully it turns into another cool project. So from all this, I think a key takeaway is really trying to find similar accounts that you genuinely like their content of. A lot of people get stuck with needing to post and having to post at certain times. But for me, I think I post when I believe in the work that I do, and I'm happy to share like my client work. And I think when you put that energy out there, similar accounts, similar people running those accounts too gravitate towards that, and they see that. So goal number, or I keep saying number, letter C. So how can I grow an engaging community? Say that, yeah, all these folks are following you now and wanting to get to know your content. How do you keep that momentum going? So a good example for this is called a company called Bagoo, and they're recycled plastic bags that have really bright, funky designs. And you could also work with them to have your company logo on them. So these are like shopping bag type of reusable bags. And they do more bags, but their popular thing are just like grab and go bags. What they do on their account, this is just like a screenshot of their Instagram account. And here you could see this is their Instagram highlights. So on Instagram stories, once you post on there, it's archived. So you can definitely share what you just posted. Like on stories, it only lasts for about like, I want to say 24 hours. But on your highlights, you can showcase those stories. That's where they can live. And one thing I think they do really well and how they grow their community is to encourage people to share the product. So a lot of people have been taking photos of their latest product, which is their masks. Since it's a pandemic, it's pretty, they want to be, they're showcasing that now instead of mostly their bags. But you could see that there's so many people posting, so many people that have your product wanting to share what they have, because that's just how like Instagram works. Like a lot of people want to get to know like, oh, should I get this product? Oh, I see like my friend Lucy got it and I'm asking her, and I trust her and I trust her judgment about products, that it helps me decide whether or not I should buy this product, whether or not I should go with, whether or not I should trust a company and give them my money for that product or trade-off or service. So yeah, you never really know, like if you share one, like if your audience shares your product or service, you never know who needs that, and they'll know someone who does know someone, and it kind of just trickles down and grows from there. And it's a great way because them taking photos of your product or your work just helps you promote and gives credibility to your business and your account. And I think that's truly powerful for an app to do. So the fourth goal, letter D, I didn't say number, to increase your brand loyalty. Going back to the account Modelier, they do a great thing with their Instagram highlights, which is their Q&A. A lot of what Instagram promotes are people who are using their features. So I'll show you what she's using. So here you might have seen this on your feed where it is a sticker and then you could ask a question, and here she's asking which pieces are your favorite, and a lot of answers coming from that you could see on the back end, like, oh, all of them, oh, the Square family, when can I order them? So you'll see that people are really interacting and really into investing with your business or with your product, they'll really gravitate and want to communicate with you and want to have that rapport with you. So don't be afraid to answer your direct messages, go through your comments, take that time to really invest in them, because you never know what that would lead to. Yeah, so that just about concludes my presentation. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Okay, we'll just see if there's any questions. Is it
Sure.
possible, like I'm a real greenhorn, I'm really new
yeah.
to Instagram, just to
Mhm.
show us, can you, I don't know if you can, but to show us how to do a simple post or how to post a picture, just some,
Oh,
just a
of
basic
course.
how to, that might be a good
Yeah.
place to start, because I know, I'm not sure about everybody else, but I know I'm a real greenhorn.
Oh, that's for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna connect my phone.
And if anybody else has any questions, don't feel free to unmute. And if not, put it into the chat and we will pick it up from there.
I'm just going to share my new share screen. Let's see.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I wonder if that's sharing.
I'm still seeing your, have any questions? I'm seeing your PowerPoint presentation.
Okay. I feel like it's not connecting to my. 1 second. I'm just going to use another app. Zoom's being a bit finicky. Oh. Thank you for being patient, everyone. You. Thank goodness for backup plans. All right. Can you guys see this screen?
I'm still seeing your other presentation.
Share. What about now?
Now I see, yep, now it's,
Okay.
looks like a phone screen with all the icons.
Awesome. All right. I'm trying to like move the Zoom top. But as long as you could see.
Yeah, now
this.
I see, yep, it looks like you're scrolling through your Instagram.
Okay, perfect. All right. So with posting, I guess I could share and talk about later a little more, just because this is a great place to say you have like all your photos and you don't want to manually post all the time at a specific time and date every day. You can definitely just group images and group like inspo photos that you really want to use on your account, and it'll connect to your gallery, so you can upload photos there with this button. It either asks you to like capture a photo or go through your photo library, so just click photo library, and then from there this guy here, I want to create a post, say, and so once everything's loaded, just click on that, and then at the bottom you could see the create a post. Then click that. I have both my Facebook and Instagram, so I just kind of want to do my Instagram for now. Actually, wait, let's do Facebook just because I think I did schedule my Instagram. But yeah, you can write a caption below here. A great thing too, if you're using hashtag, which is like another topic in itself, it could save whatever hashtag you've had before, and then you could hit insert, so you're not always have to copying, pasting everything and writing down manually. So once you're done with your caption and you know that that's looking good, you could hit next. And a reason why you should have like Facebook along with your Instagram is that you can auto publish, which means that it'll just post it for you on that specific date and time that you told it to. So say, I believe I scheduled it for Thursday on the 10th, and then I hit OK. Then from there, I get to choose the time. I'll do 3 p.m. again. Then hit OK, and then there, it's scheduled. Yeah, so it has at the top here, you could see like the Instagram icon, what's being scheduled, and what's being scheduled on Facebook. It'll also notify you on your phone once it's posted, so you could go directly to Instagram and see that. Okay, say that I've scheduled 3 here for this week. You can see beside list preview, the preview of what it would look like. To me, like, I like messing around with this stuff just so that the content looks really good. I'm a visual person, so I like doing this. You can long press on this, and once you see like those things on the bottom, those arrows on the bottom right, you can hold this and then just kind of drag it to where you want, just so that everything's looking right on your end. Then once that's done, you can just go back and it'll automatically save for you. Yeah.
I just see there is a question in the chat box.
Oh, yeah.
It is from Elan. It says, when you're talking about private and public settings, is this the switch to professional account under the edit profile?
Ooh, great question. Ooh. So be nice to see, because I'm pretty much used to the business account backend, but on your settings there should be a way that says to switch to a business account, and it might prompt you to sign up on Facebook as well, just because those two really communicate well with each other. But yes, I think that's what it is. And it's a great way because then you could see your insights and seeing who's the demographic who are looking at your profile and seeing
So when it's
where they're coming from. Mhm.
I don't know if I've asked Elan's, maybe Elan will unmute and talk, but yeah, she said, is it, so it's, when you're talking about a private and a public settings, is this the switch? So when you switch to a professional account, is that like a business account?
Yeah, this is a business account. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you can make it public. There should be a way to just make it public without switching to business, if that's what she's asking. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just going to ask Elan, did we answer your question? Or did you want to unmute and talk with Margaret?
Maybe she's busy.
Yes, I think that answered my question.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
there is something under settings
Mhm.
where you can be private as well, I think.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I was just wondering about that switch
sure.
to professional account, what that was about.
Yeah, it probably just switches to a business account.
Okay.
Which it's free. It should be free.
Margaret, can you show us, like, on Instagram, I see a lot of people who in their stories or wherever they have these little graphics that are like dancing around or
Oh yeah.
people or different things, and I'm wondering, how do you do that?
Okay, great question. I'm glad you asked, just because I designed one of those GIFs. I'll show you. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, my screen is so messy. But I'm going to create a story. Say you take a photo of something, and up here by that like smiley face, it's called stickers, and this will come up. And then all these GIFs appear as well. So that collaboration with me in chunks, you can type in. Ooh, my keyboard's not showing now. 1 second. Yay. Tap. Thank you for being patient. Okay, here we go. Chunk. So yeah, you could just type in what you want to use and then adjust it. If you don't want it, hold onto that sticker and then drop it down. But I don't want to use that. But here, the candles that I'm collaborating with my friend with. And there's just a lot, like you could search happy and scroll down and there's all these like different gifts that you can use.
Oh.
So when you save those, when you load them to Instagram, they continue to move and do what they're supposed to do. Okay.
Exactly. So let's do this peach cutie over here. So yeah, it just like loops itself. And you have the power to create your own too. Like if you know someone who is a designer and does gifts, you can definitely create your own for your business. Like say if you have a logo of a brand, like it could just be a still image too. It doesn't need to be a GIF. And that is through a free app called Giphy. So I'll just search it on here. Can you still see my desktop?
Yes, right now I see you searching.
Yeah, cool. So this is how I uploaded.
I didn't spell that right.
Here you could see the GIFs that we've uploaded, and that's directly connected to Instagram because they're partners, I believe. Once you've uploaded there, then you could, it takes about a day for all of it to load, but then it's great because then you could always have your like logo on there. You just search it on Instagram and it should be there. Yeah.
Can you also show us how to add that comment slider?
Comment slider.
Like the
oh, right, the sticker for
like
commenting.
the polls and different things.
Sure. Okay. So it should be, okay. So what you're looking at, you could see like a happy space with like 2+ signs. Beside it, there's a link and then a download button. And then there's like a square happy face. So you'd want to click that again. And you could see there's different ones. So location, mention, hashtag, GIF, the time. You could take a poll. Oh, there's a new one called plans. Also, another thing that Instagram does is that if you use a lot of these, you could be featured on their page, their explore page, and that just gives you more exposure to your business and to your account because that just links directly there. So say we want to do a poll. So I click poll, you can ask a question.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Oh, then it lets you type in your question.
Yeah.
I never knew how that
Ask me
worked.
anything. And then you could even click the yes. You could put in like a sticker. It doesn't have to be yes or no. It could just be like even stickers. So you could really customize what you want to have there. There's also like a quiz setting where you can say you have a brand and you're launching something and you just kind of want to like gather information from people. You can do this and test them out, and you could get like free information from people on Instagram.
Can you show us a little bit about the e-commerce component? Like, how are people selling? Like, are they
All right.
something?
Yeah, so let me go to an example. So humankind, I shared this on my first couple slides, but for you to connect, say, do you see that shopping cart on, there's a shopping cart icon on this image, that one, this one? Oh, cool. Okay, and then that means that their e-commerce site is connected to their Instagram and Facebook. So that is a really powerful tool, because say I'm on Instagram and I want this mouthwash thing, it has a button to go to their website directly for me to purchase
Okay.
whatever they're advertising and whatever that I want to buy.
Have you ever seen it where it's like linked directly from Instagram to a e-commerce component that's not on a website? Like, can it be linked to a shopping cart and process a payment without having a website?
That's a great question. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Just because, you know what, they might have that capability in the future, but currently right now it's looking like you have to connect to a website. You don't have to have a fully like designed website for you to upload your products or services. You can just even have my website is just through Squarespace, and you can connect and link your post to there. Other ways people are doing it, I have a lot of friends who from Saskatoon who are reselling their used clothes, and they're just like, hey, just DM me, like direct message me, which is that little paper plane icon at the top right, of what item of clothing you want, and then from there you could e-transfer. So you could do things like that. There's definitely methods to work around a website, because a website is pretty expensive and is an investment to your business. I highly recommend doing it, only if you have the capacity to, but you can definitely do a workaround. Let me just show you another account that's doing that.
Have you seen it just where you have a landing page with your products? So then you can just have it quite simple and then connect to some type of a payment platform?
I think so. There's a thing called Square that I believe does that. And it comes with a website with their paying platform. Okay. So you don't have to necessarily subscribe to it, but they do take it a percentage of what you're
selling.
What you're selling, exactly. But yeah, this girl, she like resells vintage items. And she just got a website right now, but before she was doing it, she was just like sharing an image of a cup and asking for people like, oh, DM me if you want to purchase this. And a lot of like resellers are doing that. And actually that developed into another app called Depop, which is like a reselling thing that's looking similar to Instagram, but they just got that idea because a lot of people on Instagram were doing that, which is interesting.
Do you think people have a hard time with that in terms of paying for something that needs to be then shipped to them in advance? Like,
it's honestly how they organize their process of selling. I would
I guess if it's reputable, then people might not be as afraid to do that.
Yeah, and that's what I think like a website is great for, because it allows you, like, people and viewers to trust you, like, oh, okay, this website offers these things, so for me that gives me trust in them, so I could put my money into it. So it could be reputable that way. But if it's local and someone's sharing and posting that, I think you'll only get like local people buying that stuff. Yeah, there's definitely tools to help you have just a landing page. I think like MailChimp might have that for free, but yeah, it like connects you kind of have to have like a website to connect that, especially if it's a product itself. It's really helpful, but there are like different workarounds similar to that vintage shop or resellers that are on Instagram. I hope that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I ramble. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Like in my mind, it would make sense for Instagram to have that capabilities of just linking it to some type of a payment system.
Yeah, like Stripe, because that app called Depop is linked directly to PayPal or Stripe. So I think PayPal might have the capability of you having a product or service, and you could direct your audience on Instagram to then go there. Yeah, which is a workaround with not having like a website.
Right.
Yeah.
I see one more question. Sorry to, where else would you recommend going for good apps? Just Google it. I really appreciate that you shared some of these free apps. So is there any other good apps that we could be using?
For sure. Let me just. So another great app is Pinterest. They actually do a lot of hacks when it comes to doing Instagram stories, but Over and Canva are really good when it comes to free templates. So
I know we did a workshop a couple weeks ago about Canva, and I use Canva here lots in the office and for our business. I've been using the free app. I just upgraded to the pro, but I've always used the free. It's a very good app as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think Over and Canva are very much similar. If you're like running out of templates with one, that's why I like download another. I'm like, oh, there's free stuff there. So yeah, take liberties with that. I usually go on Pinterest. I'll go on Pinterest right now just so that you can see my process a little more. Boards are saved, but I have one for type. So yeah, say I like one of the layouts here, you can definitely try and do something similar with one of these. I know Canva has something similar, and I feel like they should be a little more intuitive with things, but you could see the layers, you could adjust it, you can move it, do whatever.
Where are you adjusting it? Are you in Instagram now with this?
Oh no, I'm in the app called Over.
Oh, okay. So you took that image from Pinterest.
Right now I have Pinterest open on this.
Okay, yeah.
And you can download it. Actually, here's a tip. You could download this image, allow. Now it's confusing me. Save. Oh no, that just saves. Okay, I'm just gonna screenshot this. Okay, so that saves it to my gallery. I go into Over or Canva, and that's saved for me. I want to delete this image, and I want to add, oh, it did save it. So you could have this as one layer. and adjust it so that the opacity is kind of like hazed. And then you could add another layer on top of that. Where I wonder if you can move it. Yep. So that would appear on top of this image.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's not doing what I wanted to. Click on that. Or the now we could put that over this. Oop, now I deleted it. There's lots of like finicky things.
Right.
But with like
Good.
the time that you put into it, you can definitely change it up. So you could use that background image as a template. Hello. And then change that up. And then there's like some fonts down here that you can try to get it similar to what your inspiration is. And then ultimately like delete that background image so that like you'd ideally copy what that background image had so that you have your own template and you can make your own that way. Yeah, I hope that helps. And then from there you could like save it.
So I guess Alana's other part of her question is, so Google, it's not wrong just to Google and look for some of the free apps if there's a certain thing you're looking to do?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of blogs out there if you're trying to look for something specific. Like, could you, actually, a great example is that scheduling app I was talking about. They have a great resource for anything and all Instagram. They also are doing a collaboration with I Love Creatives, that community that I'm with, and they are launching an Instagram community course, and it's like growing your audience genuinely, kind of what I talked about, but more in depth with a lot of like worksheets. But if you go to later and go to more, there's training. So here you could see a lot of great resources. So this is the Instagram content plan with the workshop that I was telling you about. And they have like just a snippet of their free course. Check them out because they do have really good guides and free downloadables to measure and track your growth on Instagram. There's case studies. Yeah, if you just want to get to know Instagram a little more, they have a lot of great tips and tricks there as a step-by-step guide. Yeah, you just need an email. And then you get
awesome.
these for free. Yeah.
Good. Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Great.
Lance says awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
I don't know if I'm not sure if anybody has any other questions at this time. Feel free to unmute and ask or type, because we're just coming up to the end of our time.
That's great. Thanks, Margaret. It's been
Yes.
really informative.
No
Yes.
worries.
And I did remember to turn on the video, which I'm going to stop now.
Okay.